last little bit. So we got word problems, and they're going to do the same stuff they've done before. They're going to give us ordered pairs, and with those ordered pairs we're going to create an equation in standard form. That's our goal. So a hot tub filled with 440 gallons of water is being drained. After 1.5 hours, the water had decreased to 320. Alright, so we can see that ordered pair right here. The amount of water the hot tub started as 440. So we got 2 points, right? So if I do slope, that is y2, 320, minus y1, 440. x2, 1.5, minus x1, which is 0. And that gives us negative 120 over 1.5, which gives us a negative 80. Alright, so we got the water going down at 80 gallons an hour. Not too bad. Now, probably would like to use this 440. It's a little easier. So y minus y1, y minus 440 is equal to my slope at 80 and x minus 0. Isn't that nice? So y minus 440 is equal to 80x. 80 times 0 just drops off. And I would subtract y, right? We could get, well, that's a negative 80x, isn't it? We have negative 80. So let's add 80, negative 80x. So that gives me 80x plus y equals, and if the 440 comes to the other side, 440, and we're done. Done. Alright, let's hit another. I'm going to go right to these word problems. Alright. We've got a few here. That's the reflection. We're going to skip the reflection this time. Alright. And go right to the meat. We're going to handle these problems. Right? A tank is being filled with a gasoline at a rate of 4.5 gallons a minute. So my slope equals 4.5 gallons a minute. The gas tank contained 1.5 gallons before it started, right? So I would say at 0 it was at 1.5 gallons. And here we go. Y minus y1, y minus 1.5 is equal to my slope, 4.5 times x minus x1, x minus 0. So if I distribute that through, we get y minus 1.5 equals 4.5 times x. And 4.5 times 0 disappears, right? So if I take this and just subtract y from both sides, I got 4.5 x minus y equals negative 1.5. And I circle it. One more. Again, we're just taking points. A pool is being drained, contained 1800. So at 0, before it was being drained, it had 18,000 gallons. And then it says after 2 hours, my next point, it had 12,500. Right? So my slope is equal to y minus y, 12,500 minus 1,800. Then x minus x, 2 minus 0. And this gives me, well, gives me negative 550 over 2, which is negative 2,750. There's my slope. And I pick a point. Well, let's pick the one with 0 in it. It's easier. So we got y minus 18,000, equals my slope of negative 2,750, and then x minus, once again, 0. So if I distribute through, y minus 18,000 is equal to negative 2,750x, and once again, if I multiplied by that 0, it would go away. We add this, we add 18,000 on both sides and add 2,750. We get 2,750x plus y equals 1,800. Alright, there it is. I think I need 18,000, excuse me. Describe a method other than the one given to write an equation in standard form. Well, we could use slope intercept. form. We practiced that at the beginning of this. Why might you choose standard form as equation over another function? To show x and y intercepts. It's easier to get x and y intercepts from this form, but other than that, it's really not as good for as much. When writing a linear equation in standard form, what other forms might we need to use? Well, we could use slope, intercept form, and as you can see, we could also use point slope form. And that will be it, and we'll see you tomorrow.